building that collapsed in Gerard Road in the Ikoyi area of Lagos in November has been described as one event that 2021 may be remembered for. In this report, correspondent Theophilus Elamar takes a look at the issues of building collapse in Nigeria in the outgone year.
It started like a normal work day. A day to hustle for daily bread for many in the bustling city of Lagos. Workers at the site of the collapsed building came to earn the day's pay just to stay afloat till the next day. Alas, tragedy struck, and that day's pay was not paid in cash, but in the lives lost and the injuries sustained. Those who saw the building come down say it brought smoke that filled the atmosphere and left many unable to see for some minutes. According to a report by Daily Trust newspaper, at least 305 people have died from building collapse in Nigeria since 2013. Also, no fewer than 449 people got injured in 83 cases of building collapse since 2013. The figure only reflected reported cases by the media, as many cases were not given prominence in the media. There were other cases in the Federal Capital Territory, in Kano, Kwara, Ogun, Ondo, Imo, Anambra, Abia, Rivers, Benue, and Taraba states. Unfortunately, these disasters have not elicited the right conversation that would have led to decisive actions to halt the trend. Lagos remains the epicenter of building collapse in Nigeria, with 50 reported cases between 2013 and 2019. The state is often referred to as the commercial nerve center of the country, rightly so because of the volume of commerce taking place on a daily basis. In like manner, the city is often referred to as a construction site, given the volume of building projects progressively taking place at various sites across the megacity. However, the rate at which some of these structures, some under construction, have been failing has become a great source of concern. Year in, year out, building collapse has become a recurring phenomenon in Lagos, resulting in loss of lives and billions of naira in investments. The 1st of November collapse of a 21-story building in Ikoyi, Lagos, followed by the collapse of another story building in the Lekki-Aja axis of the state's next day, brought to the fore again the recurring and disturbing issue of building and structural collapse in the country. While residents, the state government, and other stakeholders continue to rue the losses and accompanying pain from the collapse, there have been claims and counterclaims as to the cause of constant building collapse. Just like it applies to the length and breadth of the country, a number of reasons have been adduced for the recurrence. Some of them include failure of regulatory agencies in monitoring and enforcement, alleged sharp practices by representatives of regulators, the inability of professional bodies to fulfill oversight functions, failure of government at different levels to prosecute offenders conclusively, which is believed to help perpetuate impunity, and preponderance of substandard building materials in the country, amongst others. In the aftermath, the general manager of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, Ikoyi, while speaking from the site of the collapse, had said that the owner of the failed 21-story building was given the approval to construct only 15 floors. In a swift reaction, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu ordered his indefinite suspension as part of the first steps towards finding out what went wrong with the collapsed structure.
The people who are working here, they are professionals, and there is no kind of a professional that who has to do with this kind of nature of incident that is not here. And the fact that we have been able to bring out 9 people alive, you can see that it's not just because by guesswork.
Experts have attributed the causes of incessant collapse to substandard building materials, faulty non-adherence to designs, lack of comprehensive subsoil investigation before designs are done, illegal conversion or alterations to existing structures, and use of quacks or unskilled builders.
The government cannot engage everybody, but I think the government should also look at the possibility of engaging private supervisors, let's put it that way for now. There are a whole lot of professionals out there that some of them are retired, some of them are still active in service. Let's also engage them to check on construction within their areas.
The problem is corruption. There is a lot of corruption going on within those government agencies, where people just collect money from people and they don't do the needful. That is the issue. Because you know that for a place like Lagos, there are certain indices you have to put in place. The quality of the soil will be tested.
We've had many in the recent past. Before you know it, we begin to have. Recently, Lagos State said, go and mark buildings that are distressed. Yes, few areas they've done or carry out that job. What happens next? When a building is distressed, are you waiting for it to collapse totally? When a building is distressed, are you marked? The next is to demolish it.
Chapter 59, Section 74 of the Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law of Lagos State 2010, now amended, states that in the event of the collapse of any property or structure due to negligence on the part of the owner or the developer, such property should be forfeited to the state government after due investigations and or publication in the State Official Gazette. In the case of the building collapse on Gerard Road, the panel of inquiry set up by the state government is yet to conclude its deliberations. Perhaps the recommendations, if implemented, would at least reduce the frequency of collapsed buildings and the attendant losses to the barest minimum. Theophilus Ilama, TVC News, Lagos.